Hey, hi, howdy, and hello friends, it's Wickedy here, and today we are checking out all 8 new rings in the Stardew Valley 1.5 update, and what they do, and also how to get them. Now, originally in my 100 features video, I said that there were 7 rings. I was mistaken, there are actually 8. First, I'm going to be starting off with the 2 new craftable rings. The Glowstone Ring can be found one of 2 ways. First, you can craft this ring after you reach level 4 in mining. It requires 5 solar essence and 5 iron bars to craft. You might also find this for sale at the fair. The fair now has 5 rotating random stock, one of which can be the Glowstone Ring for 1,000 star tokens. The Glowstone Ring is pretty nice, especially for early on in your playthrough before you can get a hold of the Iridium Band. It's like having a magnet ring and a glow ring all on one. Now let's compare the glow radius with the other rings. It definitely has more glow than the small glow ring, and it seems to be the same as the large glow ring or the regular glow ring and the Iridium Band too. And for the magnetism, this was a little hard to test, but I'm going to slowly inch toward an item that I dropped and see if I can measure. Looks like the magnetism is also the same as the Iridium Band and the regular magnet ring too. You can also stack this ring just to make your glow radius or your magnetism just a little bit further if you want to. The other craftable ring on this list is the Thorns Ring. In order to get this one, you need to hit level 7 of combat. You'll need 50 bone, 50 stone, and 1 gold bar to craft it. The effects of this ring says when enemies damage you, they will take damage themselves. So while being hit wearing this, the monsters will take damage equal to the damage you received, but minus the defense of the monster. Okay, let's test this out then. I have my slime charmer ring on and wanted to see if this works on the slimes that can't hurt me, and it looks like it doesn't. And against some bugs, this is fine. I'm fine. Alright, I haven't actually hit any of these bugs here, but I have noticed that a couple of them had died out, so it does look like that the Thorns Ring can take out enemies. I want to do one more test against the armored bugs. Looks like the Thorns Ring can indeed hurt the armored bugs, but I did stand here for quite a few hours with a giant stack of cheese, and it didn't kill it. So I'm not sure if they can actually die with the Thorns Ring, but that was kind of cool. All in all, I like it. I tried pairing it with a few different other rings like the Napalm Ring, but it didn't really use the Napalm Ring's effects when it took out the enemies. That's okay though. Now there are a couple of rings that you can find by some interesting means. First up is the Immunity Band. It is made from enchanted purple wool, it says. Man, now I want some iridium sheep or something. Anyways, this ring is considered a special items, which means it can drop from special monsters like these little guys with the stardonkles. A small percentage of crates or monsters you fight are categorized as special, which means that they can give you a myriad of items like this ring, but they look just the same as any other crate or monster. Really, it's what's inside that counts, right? You know, the loot. We're talking about the loot. So this ring can be a drop you find on any level this way in Skull Cavern, or lower than level 100 in the trusty mines at home. What's so great about this ring? Well, apart from the purple and black aesthetic, which, you know, I'm a fan of, it will increase your immunity by 4. Extra immunity can be very beneficial in reducing debuffs, which are much more common in the dangerous levels of the mines. Pair these with some immunity boosting shoes and your chances of getting debuffs, man. I tried this out with a pocket full of cheese against one of the worst debuffs in the game from the Putrid Ghost. I have my genie shoes on, which give you +6 immunity, and the band, which gives you +4, so each number acts as a 10%, so technically with +10 immunity, I should be about 100% immune, right? Anyways, let's try this out. Don't die. Don't die. Yeah, that happened. So it worked out pretty great. It wasn't 100%, but it was pretty darn close. I got hit quite a few times from that ghost, and I only got the debuff once. Let me just tell you, the nauseated debuff is horrible. I hate it so much. You might as well just go home. And there's also a new recipe in the game, the squid ink ravioli, which also decreases your debuff chances. And so having those paired well together might just save you in the mines against those ghosts. The Lucky Ring is a pretty fun one to play with. I personally love having a little bit of extra luck, and there are a couple of ways of finding this ring too. The first way is just like with the immunity band, through special monsters and crate drops, though only in Skull Cavern to my knowledge. So if you're lucky, the Lucky Ring might just drop for you. The other method we have is an often overlooked mechanic to the game, and that's with panning for ore. Once you get that copper pan from Willy, put it on your head. No, you don't have to, but it's a good place to hold the copper pan if you really need it. With a pan in hand, keep an eye out for the shimmering spots and an ear out for those panning splash sounds too. You might just get lucky and find yourself the Lucky Ring. I want it, I got it. The description says the lunar emblem is said to bring good luck to whoever wears it. So what this ring does is pretty straightforward. It increases your luck by 1 when wearing it. Lastly, let's go to the rings that you can find in the new Volcano Dungeon. Now with the new Volcano Dungeon, new items have been added as rewards. As you explore in the dungeon, you'll find some chests here. There is always at least one every day on the 9th level, though you can often find them on other levels as well. What you find in the chest on the 9th level is set daily, so restarting the day isn't going to change what's inside. Trust me, I tried a lot. Now inside this chest, there are 4 different rings you could potentially find, and they are all found only in this way, as far as the wiki says anyway. If anyone happens to find another way, be sure to share it in the comments down below. First up, we have the Protection Ring. It protects while you attack. The ring says you will stay invincible for a little while after taking damage. So what happens is, if you notice, after you take a little bit damage, your body's still flashing, you're not going to be getting any more damage during that time frame. Usually without a ring like this on, you're only flashing once or twice, so it's very, very unnoticeable. The invincibility duration can increase from 0.4 seconds up to 1.6 seconds with one ring, and you can stack it as well to make it a bit more effective, up to 2 seconds with 2. I tried this out and did notice a bit of a result. Sometimes doubling up on that protection is the best bet against mobs of enemies, and it's not too bad of a ring. It could be pretty useful in a pinch. Next, we have the Soul Sapper Ring. You gain a little bit of energy every time that you slay a monster. So this ring acts much like the Vampire Ring that we already have, except with the Vampire Ring, we are regaining health, but with this ring, we are regaining stamina or energy. Let's head on down to the sewers. I got my Soul Sapper on with very low energy. I'm at 15. Take out all of these bugs, and now we're at 91. Ooh. Beats taking a long dip in the bathhouse, I guess. Could be useful when farming bug meat for sure. The next ring that we have is a real treat, especially for we coffee addicts out there. I am Speed. Oh, it's the Hot Java Ring. It greatly increases your chance to find coffee drinks while slaying monsters. So, while wearing this ring, every monster you take out now has a chance of being your own personal barista and dropping either a coffee or a triple shot espresso. Ah man, they spelled my name wrong again. Anyways, I hit an infested level with this ring on and ended up with a bit of coffee and some triple shot espresso. I tried experimenting a little bit with having the burglar ring on also, and got a decent amount, but I think the burglar ring only affects the normal loot pool and not the Java ring, as I didn't get any double drops of the coffee after using it for a few more levels. I didn't really notice a huge difference before and after, but I figured I'd try anyways. In any case, this ring is sure to be the best part of waking up, or rather, cleaning up your slime hutch. And the last ring that we can get from the Volcano Dungeon is a real lifesaver, literally. The Phoenix Ring. It reads, once a day, regain some health after being knocked out in combat. So if you put up a good fight and just can't go on anymore, instead of getting knocked out, 50% of your health will be restored and you won't get transported to the nearest dock of the box and lose your goods. It only works once a day though. And the next time it happens, well, we all know what happens then. Gonna have to force 15 orders of sashimi down your throat to get back at it again. Don't you judge me, Harvey. Here, have this one. I made it from a snail like 2 weeks ago. Now to wrap this up, as for which one I want, I say nah, I want all of them. So I'd wear them all the time if I could, but I gotta say the immunity band is pretty nice. The Phoenix Ring can be very handy, and they all have good uses in different situations. I can see the Soul Sapper one being great around the farm for if I'm out of energy, but the S-Class one of these for me is that Barista On Demand ring, the Hot Java. Still doesn't beat the Napalm ring from the last update though. It's hard to surpass a ring that makes your enemies explode, thus saving you from having to use too many bombs in the mines. But still, a good cup of cave brew Java is good for me. I hear cave brew is in now. Trust me, I'm from Portland. But that's just my opinion on the better rings. What do you think? I want to know what ring you are looking forward to the most. Let me know down in the comments below. Alright, I'm Wickedy. Thank you so much for hanging out in the valley with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!